Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. First and foremost, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by the American Red Cross. More on that later. In our top stories tonight, it's another teacher protest on St. Croix. A man is shot multiple times on St. Thomas, and it's your weekly entertainment report. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, it's Occupy Science Farm as teachers once again hold a protest. News Channel 8's Wes Small is on the scene.
Thanks a lot, Stacey. We're here at Occupy Science Farm bus shanty, and here with AFT President of St. Croix Teachers, James Howell. Where are we right now in negotiations? Where are we at now? You think more teachers could be losing their jobs, and are you getting the respect that you deserve?
Well, we know that we are at the end of Vitals. We must thank all the teachers for supporting Vitals, and the children have taken their Vital exams. Teachers are of the opinion that the government only wanted Vitals to be taken, and then at the end of the Vitals being completed, that there will be new layoffs. The union is of saying to the community that education is important, the children are important, and we do not hope that the government would be so irresponsible to dismiss teachers after Vitals.
Well, from what I hear, the Vitals was a big success, and, you know, the youngsters got through it. And, you know, after all, it's all about the students, isn't it?
Yes, it's about the students because education is important to this union. One, children are important, the community is important, and there are several things that are going on in this community that that is unaware to the community. There's conversations going on right now about redistricting schools, which is not always the best, but it's something that needs to be discussed by the community. So we hope that the Department of Education will let the community know that there's going to be, whether or not there will be redistricting the students.
Stand up, speak out, no more dismissals. What's your name, young man?
Khalil.
What school you go to?
St. Mary's.
Is your parents out here?
One of them.
I hope so. Where is he?
She's over there.
She's over there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're feeling this, aren't you?
Yeah.
Is your mom a teacher?
No.
Yeah. But you love your teachers?
Yeah.
What do you want to be when you grow up, young man?
A pirate.
A pirate?
A pirate.
Like the ones in Somalia or the ones on the plane?
The ones on the plane.
He did say pilot, right?
He said pilot. He said pilot.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Karen Chancellor.
What teacher, what school do you represent?
I am the building representative at the Lumoko School.
What does this mean to you as you hold this loudspeaker asking people to honk their horns?
Well, as the building rep for the Lumoko Elementary School, our first concern is the students. And I am concerned that, you know, with all these dismissals, I'm concerned that the quality of education that the students are used to getting may be compromised. You know, and I even look at the quality of healthcare that we're going to have with the lack of nurses. That's another concern for us. So AFT is not just concerned about teachers or education professionals. We're also concerned about the quality of healthcare and the way of life for our Virgin Islanders.
Child, are you being left behind? Child. Help me out here. Child, are you being left behind?
Yeah, it was made by one of the children at Lumoko School, and this was one of their passions. Are they being left behind? And yes, I think they are being. We need to think very closely about what we do to education, and we need to think about our children. Do they really come first? I know that reading is my passion as a reading recovery teacher, and I certainly want to see that all our children reading and all our children accelerating. But if the teachers are not in place, then we can't do the children can't do the learning, and yes, they will be left behind.
Where are you from?
Great Britain.
Great Britain. Are they having some of the same problems in England as we are here, with maybe corporate downsizing and public schools being hit, hospitals and such?
Certainly. But I know that in England we're trying very hard not to hit the schools. But eventually it will happen. But one of the things I do know is teachers are priority, and we make sure that our classes are fully staffed by teachers. Other areas may be hit, but teachers, they're usually in the classroom.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, Stacy, that's it then from here.
In other news, there was a recent shooting in the Bavoni section of St. Thomas. Here's VIPD spokesperson Melody Rames with the story.
Detectives on St. Thomas are investigating a non-fatal shooting that occurred a few minutes after 7 a.m. on Thursday, March 22nd, Interstate Bavoni, near Lima's Laundry. Police said a male in his late 30s was shot several times and taken to the Roy Lester Schneider Regional Medical Center for treatment. Police and forensic technicians processed the scene, and detectives continue to investigate this case. Police are urging anyone who has any information on this shooting to call detectives at 715-5522, 714-9834, or you can call Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS.
Thanks, Melody. Governor DeYoung recently spoke at the Hotel Association.
On many occasions now been invited to come and have dialogue. And I appreciate very much that the governor has recognized the value of the partnership with the private sector in tourism as important to figuring out what it is that we need and finding out from us how we think we can help this community grow.
We can't continue to think that what was done before, your predecessors and what they sat here, that we can do within the future. We need to look at what is necessary to change that whole dynamic. In the next couple of weeks, we're having a series of strategy sessions that we're reaching out to you as providers, and we're reaching out to the community. And this is not an exercise in futility. This is an exercise in telling us where can we go and what do we need to do. Where do we need to invest? What do we need to change? What processes do we need to look at? Because that's the only way, I believe, that we can put in place the apparatus to make you competitive and to make you much more profitable than what you are today, and to provide the employment that we need.
Cocaine's discovered in personal computers, and a former NBA player gets his game on in the Dominican Republic. That's coming up next for you in your Caribbean Report. Here is your Caribbean Report.
From Puerto Rico, Customs and Border Protection officers working at express consignment facilities in San Juan on Wednesday afternoon made an interesting discovery inside a personal computer. Carefully concealed inside the machine, officers found 4 packages of a white powdery substance that subsequently tested positive for cocaine. The cocaine weighed approximately 5.3 kilos or 11.6 pounds and has an estimated street value of $132,000. CPB officers found the drugs after routine x-rays showed anomalies within the everyday item, as smugglers hid the packages within the empty spaces in the PC. The interdicted narcotics were shipped from Guadeloupe and were destined for France. From Dominica, a brother and 2 sisters convicted of killing their brother will be told their fate on Friday when their sentences are read out to them at a high court. The courtroom is expected to be packed when Justice Brian Cottle passes sentences on convicted murderers Herbert Xavier, Loretta Xavier, and Manuela Williams. The 3 siblings from Soufrière were found guilty by a 9-member jury earlier this month of murdering their brother Harrison Williams 2 years ago. Williams suffered multiple injuries to his head and also had 2 fractures to his ribs, among other injuries. He was pronounced dead by a medical doctor on arrival at the Princess Margaret Hospital. And from Jamaica, after being away from the spotlight in nearly a decade, dancehall great Patra is heading for a comeback after dominating the 90s with hits such as Worker Man, Romantic Call, Dip and Fall Back, and Scent of Attraction. Patra is currently working on a 12-track album in New York City with a new manager, producer Rich Nice, and it will be released this summer. In sports, from Santo Domingo, one of the Dominican Republic's top basketball teams has just announced that former NBA star Allen Iverson is joining the regional squad for a month. Pueblo Nuevo team president Milton Nunez told the Associated Press that the 36-year-old guard will play but didn't specify for how long. The former star is slated to arrive Sunday and play for his second-place team that same day against Santiago's seasoned squad, Gregorio Urbano Gilbert. From Kingstown, St. Vincent, enthusiastic all-rounder Dwayne Bravo has been named vice-captain of the West Indies team for the upcoming Digicel One-Day International Series against Australia. The 28-year-old replaced wicketkeeper and batsman Dinesh Ramdin, who suffered a fractured right thumb and was replaced in the 13-man squad by Carlton Bow. The elder Bravo is known for his energy and dynamism. He said he was thrilled to be back in the team and will do all he can to drive the team towards success in the upcoming matches. From the BVI, the Hoop It Up Foundation is hosting its second annual Easter Hoops basketball camp from April 2nd through the 13th at the Multi-Purpose Complex in Tortola and the Jeffrey Caines Arena in Virgin Gorda. This camp is open to both girls and boys ages 5 and up, both public and private schools, and 8 visiting coaches from the U.S., including Kobe Bryant's former high school coach, will be here to teach basketball skills and also scout talent for the Virgin Islands Showcase Camp. Also from the BVI, it's the last day of the Lora Piana Super Yacht Regatta and rendezvous at the Yacht Club Costa Smeralda in the British Virgin Islands ended with lighter winds but decisive racing. The Wally 101 Indio took the title from Hanuman after winning the final race on corrected time. Royal Huseman and winner of last year's inaugural event was second overall, and event newcomer, the Perini Navi-built Felipe Briand designed 125-foot sloop, was third.
As I mentioned earlier, this broadcast is sponsored by the American Red Cross because News Channel 8 is doing something fun starting every Friday. You get to use me and Wes as your on-air billboards if you sponsor our broadcast. Now the Red Cross is hosting their annual Fill the Boot fundraising drive. News Channel 8's Wes Small is at the Castle Coakley headquarters, and I'll share more with you about how to sponsor us on Fridays.
Thank you very much, Stacy. Stacy, I know I'm small, but when you said I had a Red Cross T-shirt on my desk waiting for me, come on, honey. So they had to give me another one. Aren't these beautiful? They're certainly made for TV. Here with Miss Marla Matthew and then her wonderful staff. Look at this. It's Fill the Booth time, also volunteer time. And you know, June 1st is coming, hurricane season. So, folks, keep your head up, keep your eyes open, okay? Marla, looking beautiful as always. Let's start off with you and what's going on before we start talking about Fill the Boot. You want to fill the boot, you want to give some people some messages out there.
Right. Good evening, Wes.
Yes.
This March is Red Cross Month, and as you know, it is a month where we pay special recognition to Red Cross and what we do for our community.
Yeah.
We are a service organization, and we help our community plan and prepare for disasters. And so we want to say hats off to the work that the Red Cross has done in St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John and Water Island. But we cannot do this without our volunteers, our partners, those who assist us and come to our aid during time of need. So at this time, we are planning for the approach of the hurricane season. And we're asking our community to support the Red Cross by coming out and volunteering. Be an active part, be a solution to whatever happens in our community that you can assist. So we're accepting applications at the American Red Cross chapters, at the Niski Center on St. Thomas, and the Estate Castle Coakley chapter on St. Croix.
Which is right here.
Right, is where we're standing.
Yeah.
Also, we'd like to also make an appeal to individuals in the public. American Red Cross is a critical site, and because of that, we want to continue operations, and we have a need. We're currently making an appeal to anyone who could provide us with a generator. We also need a trailer to stock our cots and blankets. The termites have really done a thing on us, and so that we're looking for a business partner out there to make a donation of a trailer that we can use to stock our supplies. So at this time, we're reaching out to the community. As you know, that Red Cross is only as strong as the backbone, which is our community, and we ask for their support.
Wonderful. Let me give you some numbers, please. 778-5104. That's 5104. Get these numbers on the screen for you. 690-1915. 690-1915 on St. Croix. And 774-0375 in Rock City, St. Thomas.
This is Red Cross, like Ms. Matthew was saying, and we have a few events. Today we're having Fill the Booth. We will have different volunteers together partnering with the firefighters at 3 different locations in the island. We'll be at Mars Hill in Frederickstead, here in Sunny Isles, and also at 5 Corners. And that will be from 3 to 6 p.m. So just look out. We invite the community and business partners to just look out and for our volunteers and to give their donations to support our operations and our mission. We also have the T-shirt campaign, which is the beautiful T-shirt that Wes is also wearing, and we're inviting different businesses and organizations to please put in their orders. It's for a good cause, and of course a donation of only $12 you can get this wonderful T-shirt.
All right, and Miss Matthew is talking about St. Thomas. I got you, Miss Matthew. Now St. Thomas has theirs tomorrow, 12:30 to 5 at Mandela Circle and Four Winds Plaza. All right? Then the walkathon, we'll come back and talk to you about that. That's April 7th. Thank God it's Friday. Stacy, back to you. Come on now, you know I'm getting bigger. I need a bigger shirt. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Will you be dressing us next week? Contact our business office to find out how you can sponsor the News Channel 8 Friday broadcast. Now, Wes caught up with some Manor School students who are also fundraising.
Stacy, I still got on my American Red Cross shirt on Dress Down Friday. Make sure you do what you can and volunteer. Hurricane season is coming soon. I love the students at Manor School. We're out west here. What's your name, young man?
Kaylan Mitchell.
Kaylan Mitchell.
Yeah.
I stay with you guys with Miss Gadd, right?
Yeah.
And all your fundraisers. All right, what's your level? Are you a senior, junior?
I'm a senior.
All right, how many colleges are looking at you?
A good bit, you know.
A good bit.
Yeah,
Any one you're looking at in particular?
Yeah, looking at Stetson and New York Film Academy.
Tell us about some of your fundraisers now. What's going on?
Well, recently for Junior Ranch, we was at Plaza East collecting money and raising for Manor Schools.
Yes.
And raising some money. And you know about the Renaissance Fair that we had like selling clothes,
Right.
selling jewelry, all kind of stuff. Had a car wash.
And it was so successful, you guys are going to do it again.
Yes, we are.
When?
When is that? That's going to be probably in like April.
Don't worry, I know you guys are still brain working that, so we'll get that together, man. And you just keep up your good work. What's your name?
Stephanie Roden.
Stephanie Roden, you are beautiful. You're a senior as well?
Yes, sir.
And what would you like to do with your career?
Well, I'm looking at civil engineer or computer science.
Wonderful. Say hi to your people out there tonight.
Hi, Mommy.
All right, last but not least, handsome man here. Who are you?
Stephen Smith.
Mr. Smith, what do you want to do with your career?
Well, I want to do graphic design.
Sounds good. You're a senior too?
Yeah.
What kind of colleges are looking at you?
Art Institute, you know, different colleges, trying to balance out, you know.
All right. What about you, sweetheart? What colleges are looking at you?
Well, I am looking at Morgan State, Benedict, whichever school could give me the best offer.
Back to you, Stacy. Please don't drink and drive. Party sober, right?
Yeah.
Manor School, when you see them in the future, please give what you can to all from all these schools, all right? All right, Stacy, back to you in the newsroom and News Channel 8.
It's your entertainment report when we come back. Here's Vogel with your weekly entertainment report.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. Definitely a lot of things going on here on St. Croix and also on the island of St. Thomas. And we're going to start off, each and every weekend. It's all about the Frontline weekend down there in Estate Calhoun. Starting with tonight, Friday night, it's Fire Fridays. And we're going to have fire emblem sounds from the west side, and we're going to also have super truck sounds. And remember, sometime during the night, or during the wee hours of the morning of the dance, you can take out your ticket, where you get at the door when you pay to go in, and you can win some cash. Alright, so check out the Frontline nightclub each and every weekend, Friday, Saturday, and of course, on the Sunday night, it's all about the country and western. For all the grown folks, man, for the mature people, you can go out on a Sunday night and full joy yourself. And then we're going to move on. We're going to tell you about the 2+2 nightclub this weekend. It's going to be something spectacular. I like it. I would like to be there. I'll tell you who's going to be there. You're going to have Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights and also the world famous Express Band. You definitely got to be there for that one. Those open at 10 p.m. It's some therapy for your stress. So you definitely want to go and tune in and balance it and walk up and go down to the ground at the same time with the world famous Express Band and Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. And then we're going to take a trip over to St. Thomas. That's this Sunday, March 25th at Pilgrim Terrace. It's all about the Empress Manor Conference. You're going to have a lot of presentations there. You got to go check it out. It starts at 10 p.m. At 2 p.m. there's going to be a show. There's going to be live performances by, of course, Empress Rima, Mother Fire Nile, Empress Ima, and Empress Ruth. So you definitely got to go and check that one out on the Island of St. Thomas. It's all about the Empress Manor Women Conference. And then also, we're going to tell you about Saturday, April 14th. You can't afford to miss this one. It's Youth Against Experience. That's right. We're talking about representing the youth from the Virgin Islands. It's none other than the Styly Band. Stop it, no man. Stop acting stush. They'll be there trying off the new tunes for St. Thomas Carnival. It's all about the carnival warm-up. And then from Sugar City St. Kitts, we're going to have the one and only, the sweetest band in the world, the Small Axe Band. Then you have the Party Rockers, DJ Carl, Selector Kof, MC Bogle, Big Cat Sound, and the Mad Rasterisi also will be on that card. Go and get your tickets at Urban Threads and Strictly the Best Clothing. All right, and we're going to tell you something about the music festivals coming up. We have the BVI Music Festival is coming up, Memorial Day weekend in May. You got to check it out. Go and get your tickets. It's going to be good. Keep it tuned here on Entertainers Report for the different artists who are going to be performing at the BVI Music Fest. And also the St. Kitts Music Fest in June. That's right, they are billing the card already. Get your airline tickets, get your hotel rooms. So far, they have signed Damien Jr. Gang. All right, they have signed Damien Jr. Gang, so you got to check it out, all right? I want to thank you for joining me here on the Entertainment Report. Whatever you do, keep it peacefully. If you drink, just don't drive. Back to you, Stacy.